If you're ready to harness the power of your communications data, blast off with Nylas today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Coding with Nylas, a live stream where we talk about programming, APIs, and more. My name is Blag, Senior Developer Advocate.
And my name's Ram, Developer Advocate at Nylas.
How are you today, Ram?
I am doing good. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah.
But first, I'm excited. I'm excited for this live stream. So how have you been?
I've been doing fine, thank you. Pretty busy trying new stuff for our live streams.
That's awesome.
So, we'll see. So today we're going to talk about something that we already talked in the past. Times has a kind of like different flavor, but there's already a blog about it. So I posted on Thursday, and it's Python, sentiment analysis, ChatGPT, and Streamlit. So to remind you, last time what I did, it was I created a Python script that used our neural API and uses Shiny to create kind of like a dashboard. It would analyze the sentiment analysis of the emails and would create kind of some sort of a dashboard. So this time I wanted to do the same, but this time using ChatGPT to analyze the emails and using a Streamlit to just keep everything inside Python. So what I want to do now is I want to share my screen. And let me show you this. So I already did this, as I told you. So one of the things here, kind of like important, it's I just created a label and I call it like BGS feedback or BGX. So for every email that I got, it will go to that particular label using a rule. So I said like, if it has the word BGX or feedback, it would go to that folder. I also create a form where you can put your name, your email, choose a rating, and then write your comments. So for example, here we had Fat Mike for NoFX, set rating 2. I'm not the vegetarian, so I rather eat real eggs. Sorry. So we're going to have like 18 of these emails with different comments from different people, and we're going to analyze that in order to create our dashboard. So I'm not going to go into details of how to create the form. You can actually read it on the blog post, which is this one here. Everything is well explained. So what I would like to do now is jump straight into the Streamlit. So I'm going to do Streamlit run. And it should start running. Let me open it here. I need to open here localhost. Sorry, 8501. Okay, here it is. So you see, it's crunching the emails, waiting for ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is going to grab each of the 18 emails, and it's going to start doing the sentiment analysis on each of them. And you can see that's what I love Streamlit. We have this little icon here, changing to swimming, running, biking, things like that, so that we know that it's actually running. And these two is letting us know that it's doing something. So that was faster than I expected. We have our veggie dashboard here. For the 18 emails, we have 3 with rating 1, 2 with rating 5, 3 with rating 3, 1 with rating 4, and 6 with rating 5. Also, we got here the dates when we received the emails. So we can see that actually April 2nd last year, which is when I did the original blog, we got like 6 responses, only 1 on June, etc. And also we have our sentiment cluster. So we have the amount of negative, which was 7, the amount of positive, which was 8, and the amount of neutral, which was 3. So the sentiment icon goes into negative, even though we have more positive, but the negative plus the neutral kind of like mix together and generate kind of like a negative sentiment. So you can see that was kind of fast. I analyzed 18 emails, and I really like how Streamlit present the dashboard. So actually, if we go back, we can see how it used to look when I did it with Shiny, which was this one. So I'm not you, but I prefer how Streamlit looks. For me, it looks way nicer, more professional, and it's easier to have everything well aligned. And also, you have some little things here that you can save either the images or things like that.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I noticed you can go full screen as well.
Yeah.
It's very useful as a dashboard
Mhm.
to be able to zoom in, and it's yeah, the layout looks great too.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So before we continue into the source code, let me remind our wonderful audience that you can like and subscribe. Just click on the little bell to get notified once we get a new live stream. Every subscribe counts. The more we get, the more we can spend time doing these live streams. So just like and subscribe. We love to see your comments, your feedback, and we would like to see our audience growing.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'd love to hear from you as well.
Mhm. Cool. So now we can jump into the source code. And I hope it's big enough. Okay, here. So first, as always, we need to import our dependencies. So we need for sure Nylas. Uh, we need OpenAI, which is what we use to connect to ChatGPT. We're going to use Streamlit. We're going to use Pandas. Alter, it's to generate the graphics. So it's a pretty cool library. And we're going to use Peel because we actually load in the emoji image. So what we need to do first is we need to initialize our Nylas client. We need to define our OpenAI keys. And let me just make this a little bit bigger. I thought it was bigger. Here, what I'm doing is just a little helper for ChatGPT. So here we're going to have OpenAI completion create. We're using text DaVinci 003 because it's the one that I currently have. I'm just paying for ChatGPT, not Plus, but just the regular ChatGPT. So I paid for usage, and that's the one that I have available now, like kind of like the text DaVinci. So this one is gonna get the input, and it's gonna return the response as a JSON. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab from our mailbox all the emails that we have on our VeggieX label. So it's gonna grab all the 18 emails. We're gonna have some variables to hold information that we need for the dashboard. And with this little line here, we're going to create a spinner, which is a thing that was saying crunching your emails and waiting for ChatGPT, which is nice because you can actually let your user know that the app is doing something. Here, we're going to read all the messages. We're going to split the subject because if you see here, when we send an email, it's going to be VeggieX feedback. It's going to be the name. It's going to be the email, and it's going to be the rating. So what we want to do is just split that so we can have everything on the right spot. So we're going to have the rating, we're going to have the date. And here, we're going to use ChatGPT. We're going to say, you're going to receive an email, analyze it, and generate the sentiment analysis. Give me the result of the JSON using only the sentiment and the score. And the email will be delimited by triple backchecks. So here is going to be the body of the email, and it's going to return the sentiment as a JSON, and it's going to return sentiment and score. So here we're going to pass to our helper function. So get completion, we're going to pass a prompt, and we're going to be able to grab the sentiment and the score. So once we have everything, we're going to ask ChatGPT, and we're going to say, I'm going to give you two arrays, one of sentiments, one of scores. Give me the global sentiment and the global score as JSON using only the sentiment and the score. So pretty much, if we have all the sentiments like positive, negative, slightly negative or positive, it's just going to grab everything and it's going to give me like positive, neutral, or slightly positive on everything, right? Same thing with the score. If we have like 18 scores, it's just going to give me the median of the scores. So again, we're going to pass it to our helper function. We're going to grab the global sentiment and the global score, which coming from JSON. And here, depending on the global score, we're going to use the angry emoji, neutral emoji, or the happy emoji. Here, we're going to create a dictionary to handle the results. So we're going to have ratings, sentiments, scores, and dates. And we're going to do that because we want to create a pandas data frame. So for that, we're going to grab the dictionary and we're going to turn it into a pandas data frame. Here, we want to count the ratings. Here, we're going to count the dates, and here the sentiments. And this is because we're going to use it into the charts. So here, for example, we're going to create column 1, column 2, which are going to be these two here, column 1 and column 2. We want to have this ratings count and entries per date. And what we're going to pass here is going to be these ratings here. So we're going to make a bar chart. Then we're going to create a time series. We're going to create, this is called, it's some sort of like a bar chart. It's like kind of like a pie chart, actually. And here at the end, we're going to set the image. So it's the image, and we're going to choose whatever emoji we need to display. So like the happy emoji, angry emoji, and so on. So as you can see, it's very easy to do this. Actually, doing this kind of graphic on Streamlit is extremely easy. For example, this one on the second column, the bar chart, we just need to pass, for example, the dates. We're going to say that's going to be marked line. And marked line is going to be this kind of line here. This one is a bar chart. This one is a marked line. And with that, pretty much it's ready. It was like 158 lines. So it was pretty fast. If we actually check on the other one, the one that I created for R, it was two separate scripts. But in here, just R was like 91. And I think the other one was like 50. So as you can see, now we have everything on just one single file, and it's using actually less lines. So it's kind of like, it's actually better. Like everything on the same place and with fewer lines.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was going to say like a lot of Nylas and ChatGPT combined together, you can build a lot of functionality, especially when you have communication data. And it's great to see live streams where you're bringing in certain forms of communication data and just asking ChatGPT, hey, what do you think of this? Or what is the sentiment of this information, and just building applications from it. That was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I thought if we used in the past kind of like the neural API, why not use ChatGPT? It's going to work the same. So let's see. And actually worked great. It was really nice and kind of like hard to get the exact prompt, was kind of like difficult, but using like prompt engineering in the end, it came out pretty well.
That's awesome. I know you built this in Python. So just want to mention we have quite a few SDKs. So Blag went through this with Python. We have a Ruby, Node, and Java SDK that makes it very seamless build with Nylas. You can just drop it into your application, integrate with your access tokens, and start building functionality and just grabbing whatever you need in terms of communication data, whether it be email, calendar, or contacts.
Exactly. And I want to mention that don't forget that we have live streams every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Don't forget to look for us on social. We're Nylas everywhere. Twitter, LinkedIn, I think even I'm not sure if we're on TikTok yet. I don't remember that one, but we're on Instagram for sure.
Yeah, go ahead and follow us on the webs.
Mhm.
We'd love to hear from you, whether you're working on a project or you have any feedback, whether it be on our SDKs or our code samples. Feel free to go ahead and just kind of send us a message.
Mhm. And don't forget to check our blog, nylas.com/blog, where all our blogs live. We post almost every Thursday. But yeah, once a week on Thursday and Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry, it's been kind of like a long week for me, so I'm kind of tired.
Well, this was awesome, Blog. Always fun doing a live streaming, seeing what you're building with Nylas, and now as well. I see more stuff coming out with ChatGPT, which is great.
Mhm.
So thanks for doing this. This was great.
Yep. Thanks, Ram. As always, a pleasure to do live stream with you. I hope everybody liked it, and see you on the next episode of Coding with Nylas.
All right.
Bye. Take care.
See you, everyone.